Good news, I got an update on the Ferrari 308 project. Hi there, my name is Mark and welcome to the Man Cave. June 2018, we started a journey that I didn't want. The gearbox of my beloved 1980 Ferrari 308 GTSi failed and it needed a rebuild. Although I knew this was going to happen one day, it was sad knowing that I was about to spend a shitload of money. The only problem here was the fact that I didn't have a shitload of money, and that's why I needed to find a solution that fitted my budget. What basically means that we're gonna have to do it ourselves, most of it.
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
That wasn't easy because I never worked on a car before, let alone a Ferrari. Lucky for me, Gus offered a solution. He was going to take the engine and the gearbox out for a rebuild, and I would do all other things I wanted to do to the car. A journey that got stuck just a few months after the Ferrari returned from Gus because I just didn't have the motivation, and I found it hard to keep going on working on the car. Now I solved that problem by making these videos, not only for you guys, but mainly for me to get the motivation to produce something every week. And that's why I launched my first YouTube video in May 2020, I believe.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Since then the project evolved slowly but surely. We rebuilt the suspension, we rebuilt the brake system, we solved some rust issues, we got a full respray, and we even had to create our own parts to finish it up. It has been a journey that took way too long, but I wouldn't want to miss it. And the good news is, the journey is almost over.
Victory! We have victory!
I can't wait to drive my baby again. It has been so long I can't even remember that feeling I had driving her. But at the same time, I am thankful no accidents happened back then, because the car just wasn't safe. Let's take the suspension for example. The car was definitely not safe. The shocks were gone, the bushes were gone, the wishbones had some serious slack in it. Is that the right word, slack? Movement, yeah. Anyway, we had to do some serious welding on the car, on the front end of the car, to get it all right again. It was a tough job, but the final result was very rewarding.
To present you with the Silver Star for your exceptional heroism and gallantry in combat operations.
Meanwhile, we were stripping all the paint from the car to get her resprayed. And I can tell you one thing, stripping paint is definitely not a job I would recommend. What a mess that was, and God, that took so much time. It was so frustrating. Lucky for us, we didn't find any real problems on the car. There was some rust on not critical parts, but nothing we couldn't handle. But then the waiting began on the paint. I thought it would take just a few months, weeks maybe. In the end, the car was gone for almost a year. But the result speaks for itself. The most fun part was the fact that we had to be creative all the time. Although Ferrari 308 parts are well available, some parts are either not for sale or so expensive it was impossible to justify a purchase. And that's why we had to make our own parts. For example, the heater box cover on the front, the steel trunk on the back, This area was rusted and the plates were almost gone, and Ferrari didn't sell them. So I recreated them in 3D, and my brother-in-law made them and fitted them on the car. And funny enough, Rata Rossa was having the same rust problems on his 308. So I ended up sending him the drawings and he used them for his 308. Cool, isn't it? But it was not only existing parts we had to create. We also found that we needed to design and build parts, for example the front bumper. And my friend Mark did that for me, and after that it was an easy job to fit the bumper back on the car. After all this time, in November last year, it was finally time to get the 308 back to Gus, to get the engine back installed, and I was so excited for this. Again, I thought it was going to take a few weeks or something, and I was really hoping I was driving her right now, having her here, but sad. But don't feel sad. Gus discovered a potential problem with the rebuilt gearbox, so he decided to rebuild her once again, just to be sure. And that's what this video is all about. Gus just sent me some pictures. You can see the gearbox is finished and it's mounted on the engine once again, and the engine is going in as we speak. Sadly, I wasn't able to drive up there and take a sneak peek, but we will soon enough. And don't think that will be it though. After Gus gets her running, she will need to get back to the painter for some small repairs and some corrections, a few mistakes they made while painting. And after that I will need to install some of the parts I still have here, like the rear deck and the grills and other parts. And even after finishing it all, I still have a big list of things I want and I want to do to the car. But none of them will prevent me from driving it. So hopefully within the next 2 months we will be driving the 308, and I hope we will see each other on the road. For now, I want to thank you for watching, and please don't forget, like, subscribe, spread the word, especially if you like the small YouTube community. And even more important, please share this video with people that might be interested in low budget car stuff, do-it-yourself car stuff. It would help me out a lot. Meanwhile, I want to thank you and a goodbye.